so it's not just about tackling this in the UK, it's making sure the rest of the world is working with us as well. We can follow the money, we can bring it back, we can get it back into people's pockets.
One final question. I've done significant investigations into the fact that hundreds of thousands of limited companies are being set up every day by criminals, completely fraudulently. I know there's the new Companies House, the Corporate Transparency Act, which is now there, but still nothing has happened, and there has been no change in this. And I gave evidence to the Select Committee about 18 months ago, and still these criminals are just producing these companies in people's houses. You've got big problems at DVLA where people are able to get duplicate driving licenses and steal identities before stealing their houses. And you also have the Office of the Public Guardian able to give out lasting powers of attorney for total strangers without any fraud checks at all. So what level of clamping down on criminals using our government systems to enable those frauds are going to be part of this strategy?
What we need to be doing is making sure that throughout all of the organs of the state, we are not enabling fraud and making it easy for people to either access data which they shouldn't have or create false companies which are causing problems down the line. I think the Corporate Transparency Act is an important measure. We need to make sure we're getting that right. We need to make sure it lands right. But part of my job is about going across government and finding those gaps and talking across government in a concerted way, saying that this is an overriding objective of the Prime Ministers, of the Home Secretaries. This is why we've got to work together to start to make sure we don't have these open goals where fraudsters can exploit vulnerabilities in the system.
Was Simon Fell, the new anti-fraud champion, talking to Shari Val. Now, if you live in England and Wales, you'll be getting your water bill landing on your mat. The water bill spells out what you'll pay for the next financial year starting in April. Water bills are rising by 6%, and that adds £27 to the average bill, so that the average bill will rise to £473. What you pay varies a lot depending on where you live.
After 300 yards, leave the roundabout at the first exit and continue to follow the A38.
Here are some of your emails read by members of our team.
So disappointed with the performance of the management of this fundamental utility, water, in our country for all the reasons, be that social, environmental and big bonuses.
I have not paid my water bill for over a year now, and I won't until the directors pay back any bonuses they have taken for the years that they have been dumping raw sewage into the sea and our homes and rivers.
Water bill arrived today. It's almost £10 per month higher. That's £120 more per year of undrinkable water that smells and tastes of bleach.
Well, the water companies say that the rising prices will help fund record investment to prevent raw sewage being pumped into rivers and seas. You'll know there's been a big public outcry about that. And just today, the government has said that the water company executives will be banned from taking big bonuses if their companies are illegally dumping sewage. Well, the price rises will put more pressure on households, obviously. Mike Keel is the Chief Executive of the Consumer Council for Water. Mike, good afternoon to you and welcome. The regulator, Ofwat, says that nearly 1 in 5 households currently finds it hard to pay the water bill. How does that compare with previous years?
Good afternoon. Hi, Winifred. The cost of living crisis is putting a real pressure on many households throughout England and Wales, and we've been seeing that rising over a number of years. And what this really means is that when people are faced with a 6%
Follow the road for 12 miles.
That's going to push many people over the edge into financial difficulties, and that's one of the reasons why we're really calling for water companies to reinvest some of their